Hi guys, Paul Pluta on the Paul Pluta channel. Today I'm doing paid review M9. And before we do this paid review, let's do a wristwatch check. I invented the genre. I invented the wristwatch check on YouTube. What am I wearing today? I'm wearing a Daytona, two-tone Daytona. Okie dokie, this is M9, let's go. Dear Archibald Chesterfield III, this is my fourth paid review in 2 months. I'm sending you 65 MAGA US dollars for this review because it's long. Firstly, I would like to say you were way off with your advice for Kevin AP36. Let's link to that review there. The boy looks up to you and you tell him to slow down and get a fucking Air King. Not cool, man. Not cool. What kind of grumpy old man? Advice is that? That would be jealousy, would it? It wouldn't be jealousy. If he has the means to get a solid gold Daytona, even if his means are his girlfriend or whatever their situation might be, situation might be, then he should absolutely. The day my lazy ass woman buys me a $9,000 watch, please don't tell her to slow down. His girlfriend wants a man's AP Royal Oak and you suggest a lady's Rolex Perpetual. Come on, what next? Are you going to suggest they vote for the Joe? Okay, that's a little bit off center there. Well, for starters, Stephen, I'm here to provide sound advice. He honestly was. He's not a very wealthy guy. He has pretensions, delusions of grandeur, and I could see through the bullshit. And I'm not going to. His girlfriend bought him, I think, an Amiga on a credit card. Fuck me dead. Pay that off. Pay that off. Just slow down a bit. I'm not going to recommend serious marital. Money is the big contributor to fights in marriages. I've been married 3 times. I can tell you money plays a huge part. So I don't think you want to burden that relationship with ridiculous those are watches for very wealthy people, and I don't think he's that wealthy. So I gave him tailored advice to help him. So I disagree, Stephen. Okay, now that we've cleared the air, I'm writing to you for the 4th time because I have promised your viewers as a follow-up. I last asked for your advice on my next watch. At first, I wanted the Tudor black base steel and gold, or a Rolex Datejust 36mm two-tone from the 90s. Then I said I was going to get a 41mm Datejust. Yes, that's right. I took your advice and got rid of the Tudor Glamour 36. This was way too small for my 6.5-inch, 230-pound steak and potato kind of guy. My mother even told me it looked like a girl's watch. It had to go. I didn't end up giving it to. Yes, I told him to give it to his brother-in-law. He can fuck off. Now, don't get me wrong, Archie. Don't hate poor people. He's just a stupid fucker who made horrible choices. Honestly, if I gave that watch to him, he would have taken it as an insult. He's stubborn, blah, 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 blah. Plus, I have given them a ton already and they have zero appreciation. The problem with selling the Tudor was it left me completely watchless. Have you been watchless? Yes, I have. Very depressing times. Because, let me tell you, it sucks. It felt horrible. I couldn't focus at work. I didn't want to shower or wear anything but sweatpants. I was a shell of a human being. All this from being a shitterless for a few weeks. My plan was to save up $6,500 and get a 41mm Rolex Datejust, non-fluted with oyster bracelet. I had around $3,500 saved and I caved. I couldn't live any longer without a watch, so I had no choice but to buy a beater shitter hold me over watch. Ooh, don't know about this. I have not given up on my quest for a Rolex. Keep in mind this is just a minor temporary setback. I realize this is going to upset you. I didn't ignore your advice. I was without a watch and simply couldn't go on. I knew $3,500 to $4,000 wasn't going to get me anywhere near close to a proper Rolex. I know what I was doing was a lose-lose situation. So I bought a He bought a Breitling SuperOcean 2 42mm highly polished. Yes, it's a fucking shitter with an ETA, but I couldn't wait any longer and needed something. I bought it new with a 20% discount. Fuck, this is getting worse and worse as the story goes on. And I know that doesn't make it any better, but desperate times call for desperate measures. 2.5 months is what you would have to take me to save up for 6,000. 2.5 without any watch might as well be 2 years. I was considering a Tudor Black Bay. Yes, that would have been a much better watch to buy. After all, they are for people like me who can't afford Rolex. But lately, I've started to hate Tudor. It's become way too much of a hipster brand. I don't wear flannel shirts, cuff jeans, or oversized sweaters. So Tudor is not for me. I am more of a t-shirt and Adidas pants kind of guy. I went over to Breitling I went with Breitling over Tudor. Here is why. My father has only one watch, a Breitling Aerospace. I currently work with my father. We are produce freight brokers. What is produce freight broker? Nobody asked. We find customers who have produce like lettuce, tomatoes, whatever. Then we find trucks and connect the dots. We make about $400 to $500 each load. We average anywhere from 15 loads a week during the slow season to 35 loads per week during the busy. It's actually a lot of fun. All of the truck drivers in the US are either Indian or Eastern European. I love haggling rates and making relationships with these immigrants. They are doing what my family did when we came to the US. It's a thing of beauty. My father is larger than life. He grew up poor in a miserable Slavic coal miner family. He then became a truck driver at 17. In the 70s, he started a trucking company with his father in North Jersey, and they became huge. Went from 3 trucks to 700. Fuck. Have you ever seen the movie Tommy Boy? Because my life was just like that. I was just like Tommy Boy, except I was never obese. I didn't come from an educated, prestigious family. I came from a family of extremely hardworking, dysfunctional hustlers. My dad used to have a jet with couches and a bathroom and had a pilot license. He had a pilot's license. This is why he loves Breitling. He could have had any Rolex, but was never a watch guy and only liked Breitling because he always wanted a pilot's license. All through those days, although those days are fucking dead and gone, they were the shit. I'm extremely proud of my father for providing me with those memories. It was a lot of fun and it's not over yet. We are rising from the ashes. So I went with Breitling because I couldn't wait for a Rolex and didn't want to use a credit card. I justified it as making my dad proud, and believe me, when he was when I showed him the watch, but not as proud as I will be when I finally buy a Rolex. I don't want to compromise with getting a Rolex just for the sake of having one. I want the 41mm two-tone fluted champagne dial. I know I should have waited and saved for the Rolex, and believe you me, I am still saving. In the meantime, I needed a respectable watch that wouldn't make me look like a snob in front of truckers and warehouse people. Does any of this make sense? I 100% understand and agree that Rolex is the best, but I had to start somewhere. The 36 Tudor had to go, and I'm too impatient to save 5 to 6 months without buying guns and going out to eat. The problem is lack of income, not inability to save. I need to work harder and earn more. I plan on going back to school on the floor so I can have a brighter future in the world of logistics. I'm 31 and not getting younger. I've chosen the Superocean 2 42mm shitter for a few reasons. It's the perfect trucker's dive watch. It's very shiny like chrome. The truckers love that. It's a tough watch with the rubber and screwed down bezel. Oh, he didn't get the Heritage. He got the standard one. Fuck. That's even worse. And it's reliable to solve and easy to service with the ETA 2824-2. These are all things truckers love. I'm not a fancy pants banker type of lawyer. I don't want to look like something I'm not. I don't want to make people think I am more money than I actually have, because I'm proud of who I am and where I'm at in life. I will get to the Rolex level of success through determination and hard work, and of course more of your content and advice. Sincerely, Stephen. Well, Stephen, I gotta say, Jesus Christ, that was a long letter. Fuck. I don't know what to say, man. Fuck. A Breitling Superocean 242 mil. What do I think? 20% discount. Fuck, you know, I bought a Breitling. I got it for half price. It was 3 days old, half price. So I think your discount wasn't terribly great. However, okay, let's back the truck up. What do I think of Breitling? I tend to agree with you. I think Breitling is a step above Tudor. Yes, I do. I think it is a step above Tudor. That is actually a cool watch. I've actually owned one of those. Yes, it is a little bit toyish, shiny and, you know, rubber and that there, but I got to tell you, it is a fucking damn good workhorse. My advice to you would be not to sell it, okay? You've been stupid to buy it and you've paid high. Just keep it forever, okay? That's a keep it forever watch. So my advice to you is just to keep it forever. Buy a Rolex, but keep the Breitling. It's not a terrible watch. Breitling just has atrocious resale. Okay, why is that so? Well, the world has turned Rolex crazy. It's Rolex or bust. It's only Rolex that counts. So, in all honesty, there, I don't think it's terrible. It's actually a very good watch. I've owned one and I missed it. I remember I sold it and I really thought, fuck, this was a lot of bang per buck. Should have bought it used, no question of that. There are hundreds of fucking Breitlings in beautiful condition begging for an owner like you, and you went and bought fucking new. That's just, I mean, you talk about how tight money is, then you go and do something so fucking stupid. But let's not talk about the mistake. Let's talk about the Breitling. I actually like Breitling. Is Breitling a shitter? No. No. There are certain brands you could just say are shitters. Squallies, fucking a lot of quartz type pieces, you know, mediocre. But then you look at Breitling and it's fucking unique. Very well. It's a quality piece of kit. It is a quality piece of kit. Okay, it's not Rolex level. But if Breitling was such a dog, why did Tudor go into bed with them? See, they've done a technology swap. They've swapped movements. Tudor, i.e. Rolex, because Tudor's owned by Rolex, they must see some good faith in Breitling. So Breitling itself there is... prices are very depressed. Yes. Of course they are. They're fucking atrocious. At this point in time, they are fucking atrocious. Prices are terrible. Will they get better? Hard to say. I love Breitling. I do love Breitling. I had the Breitling Superocean Heritage 2. The Heritage, which was the retro Superocean. I miss it. I had it on the rubber with the clasp. I actually do miss it. I miss it a lot, actually. That was a superb watch. It was superb. It was an amazing watch. And I think to myself, I got rid of it because I wanted to wear Rolex. I was wearing my beaters because I didn't want to damage my Rolex. But with that said, I understand what you're doing. I understand. Yeah, I think that's a good workhorse watch. I do. I think you should have got the Heritage instead of the fucking standard one, but you like it. That is all that matters. You've got to listen to yourself. Okay, I understand what you're saying. It is a nice watch, and maybe that way there you can keep the Rolex for better occasions. Look, I don't think you're doing too badly. You're working hard. You're doing your best. That is all any of us can do. So I get it, okay? I get it. So yeah, that's the honest to God truth there. I think it's okay. I wouldn't fucking recommend it, and you completely went against the pontiff's advice and fuck me dead. I would have got one pennies in the dollar second hand. I mean, fuck me dead. I would have got the Heritage. I would have got so many things, but let's bygones be bygones. Actually, you were fucking crazy. You have a go at me for telling the guy to slow down. She's in fucking debt. She doesn't have the money. She doesn't have the fucking money. She's tapped out, maxed out, Pepsi'd. So, yeah, that's my my advice there. So, yeah. Yep. There you go, guys. I'm Paul Pluta. That was my advice. Guys, like, subscribe, tell your fuckhead friends. Remember, these paid reviews is the reason I stay on YouTube full time. Google Ads is a pittance. I need paid reviews. Paid reviews keep me full time. Like, subscribe, tell your fuckhead friends, and put some nasty comments down below. And don't be afraid to get a paid review done. I'll tell you exactly what I think of your collection. $50 US for a paid review, and hey, it's great. It's great fun. I'm Paul Pluta. Tell me what you fuckaroonies think of that.